Good day, everyone. My report is all about one of the ancient Greek philosopher named Aristotle. By the way, I am Leah Y. Vasquez, your reporter for today. Let us know about Aristotle. Aristotle was a Greek philosopher. He was born in circa 384 BCE in Stagira, Chalcidice, Greece, and died on circa 322 BCE in Chalcis, Euboea, Greece. He studied at Plato's Academy and Lyceum. Let's proceed to a brief history of Aristotle. He was a Greek philosopher and a polymath, also a student of Plato and a teacher of Alexander the Great. His writings cover many subjects, including physics, metaphysics, poetry, theater, music, logic, rhetoric, linguistics, politics, government, ethics, biology, and zoology. Aristotle's writings were the first to create a comprehensive system of Western philosophy encompassing ethics, aesthetics, logic, science, politics, and metaphysics. Aristotle as empiricist. When we say empiricism is a theory of knowledge which states that knowledge comes only or primarily from sensory experience. Aristotle is an empiricist because he thinks that all knowledge comes to human beings from and through sensation. Our minds start out as blank slates, and from sensation we get our ideas and the so-called contents of our minds. Let's move on to the branches of philosophy. These are metaphysics, epistemology, logic, and values. When we say metaphysics, it is question related to existence. Meta means beyond, physics means physical, so it is beyond physical. Next is epistemology. It's question related to knowledge, or it is a source of knowing. Next is logic. It is a theory of correct reasoning. Values. It's all about ethics, knowing what is right and wrong. Aristotle and metaphysics. When we say metaphysics is a branch of philosophy concerned with the study of first principles and being. In other words, metaphysics is the study of the most general aspects of reality, such as substance, identity, the nature of the mind, and free will. It is a study of nature and the nature of the world in which man lives. Aristotle's metaphysics has as its central theme an inquiry into how substance may be defined as category of being. According to Aristotle, the being of any individual things is primarily defined by what it is. Example, by its substance. So substance is both essence, form, and substratum, matter, and may combine form and matter. Aristotle four causes. The four causes are answers to the question why. Aristotle wrote, "We do not have knowledge of a thing until we have grasped its why." That is to say, its cause. So these are the formal cause, the material cause, the efficient cause, and the final cause. The formal cause, the form of the thing. So when we say formal cause, is due to the arrangement, shape, or appearance of the thing changing. Numerical relationships are of this nature. The material cause, what is made of? So it is determined by matter that composes the changing things. For a table, the matter might be wood. For a statue, it might be bronze or marble. Agency or efficiency. An efficient cause consists of things apart from the thing being changed, which interact so as to be agency of the change. For example, the efficient cause of a table is the carpenter acting on wood. According to Aristotle, the efficient cause of a child is a father. And lastly, and our purpose, a final cause, is that for the sake of which a thing is changing. A seed's end is an adult plant. A sailboat's purpose is sailing. A ball at the top of a ramp will finally come to rest at the bottom. Aristotle divided his metaphysics into three parts. These are ontology, theology, and universal science. Ontology, the study of being and existence, includes the definition and classification of entities, physical or mental, the nature of their properties, and the nature of change. Theology, the study of God or gods, involves many topics, including among others the nature of religion and the world, existence of the divine, questions about creations, and the numerous religious or spiritual issues that concern humankind in general. Universal science, the study of first principles such as the law of non-contradiction, logic, which Aristotle believed were the foundation of all other inquiries. Let's go now to Aristotle and ethics. Ethics, also known as moral philosophy, is a branch of philosophy that involves systematizing, defending, and recommending concepts of right and wrong conduct. Aristotle considered ethics to be practical rather than theoretical study. Example, one aimed at becoming good and doing good rather than knowing for its own sake. Aristotle taught that virtue has to do with the proper function of a thing. An eye is only a good eye in so much as it can see, because the proper function of an eye is sight. Aristotle reasoned that humans must have functions specific to humans, and that this function must be an activity of the soul in accordance with reason. Let's go now to Aristotle and logic. The term logic came from the Greek word logos, which is sometimes translated as sentence, discourse, reason, rule, and ratio. Logic as the study of the principles of correct reasoning. Aristotle was the first to systematically study and catalog the rules of correct logical reasoning. His logic is important because it dominated all Western thought, including scientific thought, until the 19th century CE. It also had enormous influence on the development of Jewish, Christians, and Muslim philosophy. It is still influential today. Although other types of logical system exist, Aristotelian logic is still a powerful tool used to teach reasoning skills in numerous academic disciplines. In his logic, Aristotle explicitly established three laws of logical thought. So these are law of identity, law of contradiction, the law of the excluded middle or excluded third. Law number 1, law of identity. Each thing is inseparable from itself, and its being one just meant this. A thing is just itself, and not something else. Example, a soccer ball is a soccer ball, and not a kitchen stove. Sometimes it is expressed as A is equals to A. Note, the fact that we can use a book for a doorstop does not mean it is not a book. Its use does not contradict the law of identity. What a thing is and how it is used are two different issues. Law number 2, the law of contradiction. The same attribute cannot at the same time belong and not belong to the same subject and in the same respect. Example, my cup cannot be blue and not be blue at the same time. A cannot be A and not A at the same time in the same way or respect. Note, things may have and not have the same attributes in different ways. Example, man is the most intelligent creature compared to animals, but he is not intelligent compared to God. So man is both intelligent compared to animals, but not intelligent compared to God. So there is no contradiction because intelligent is being used in different ways. Law number 3, the law of the excluded middle or excluded third. There cannot be an intermediate between two contradictories, but of one subject we must either affirm or deny any one predicate or statement. A statement about a topic must either be true or false. It cannot be both. Example, there is no middle between them. It cannot be neither true nor false. It cannot be false neither. Note, it is either true that Socrates is mortal or it is not true that he is not mortal. He is not both, nor he can be neither mortal nor immortal. Another example, it is either true that there is a rubber duck in my bathtub or it is not true, nor we can say neither of these choices is true. Let's go now to the last branches of philosophy, which is epistemology. When we say epistemology, is derived from the two Greek words episteme, knowledge, and logos, science, and means the science of knowledge. As employed in philosophy, the word means the science of the certitude of human knowledge. Aristotle and epistemology. Aristotle defined soul as the form of a natural body that has the potential to possess life. This body then must be furnished with an organs, lungs, stomach, etc. Life then is the process of growth and nutrition. Sensation requires an external stimulus to move the potentiality to an actuality. In this case, the perceptive organs, example, the eye, is potentially what the object is actually. When having a sensation, the eye, which is only logically distinct from seeing of the eye, is one in quality with the object of sight. So when looking at the green wall, the eye becomes qualitatively green. That ends my report. Thank you for watching and God bless everyone.